Well, the process is different in the sense that, when you're in a band, it's a partnership. You've got people that have opinions and ideas, and you're working off of each other, and you want to make sure everybody's happy with things that are going on in the record. Selfishly, the solo record is, it's not to say that I'm placating anyone, but it's just me and my emotions and feelings and John Feldman and the vibe of the room. If I want to put something on the record, I'm going to do so without the feeling of, is this cool with everybody? I've always tried to make a concerted effort with Black Veil to make sure that everyone feels involved and that everyone is involved. The Black Veil Rides 4, the last record that we made, every element of the songs were written by every member of the band. Whereas with my Andy Black solo record, it's fun to be able to just go, I would like to do this, crazy saxophone section or this other thing that wouldn't necessarily fit into the context of Black Veil Brides, but it fits within my vision of what I want for this project. There isn't necessarily a unifying message, or in many ways, Black Veil's always been kind of a beacon for the disenfranchised, and we've tried to speak about being kind of the weird kids and the things that we were growing up, certainly being in some ways social pariah or outcast or whatever you want to call it. With Andy Black, it's really more just an honest look at my life. I feel like lyrically for me, it's been fun to write about things that I'm experiencing in the moment, or things that are very personal. There really isn't we're going to go out there and fight, for you mentality to Andy Black. It's very much just a personal, an account of how I feel about various topics, but more specifically about how my emotions are, which is not something I've really done much of delving into when it comes to the band. I'm going to say that I was probably like 13, and it was about like ghosts or something like that. In fact, I know it was about ghosts. I wrote it in pencil, and it was like a terrible, terrible Misfits ripoff song. Like the worst Misfits B-side that you would have ever heard. But I thought it was cool. And then I wrote a song. I wrote a lot of like shitty Misfits songs when I was like, that was the first incarnation of me writing songs was like writing terrible versions of Misfits songs. And then I got out of it, I guess, to an extent. I'm sure some people still think I write terrible versions of Misfits songs, but there could be worse things. I used to drink pretty heavily, and this last year I completely stopped drinking. I hadn't drank since, I don't even know, well before the summer. And so the one thing that I've always liked is, and it comes down to my friend Jesse and my friend Jeff and a few others, and my friend Chris, who passed away. We became obsessed with margaritas of all kinds all around the world. And I think namely because it's so difficult to find a good margarita anywhere other than, North America, really. Because even when you get down into South America, you don't find the great margaritas. Canada, there's almost no margaritas, so I got to take them out. But the U.S. and Mexico, fantastic margaritas. I always said when I was younger that I thought I would be like a ferret, because I'm like long and kind of lean and, like the dark eyes and kind of get up in your shit. But I feel like, the ferret smells terrible, and I generally do not smell terrible. So, I don't know. Juliet says that I look like Daredevil, our dog. So I guess, me and Daredevil. I guess people say that the people get dogs that look like them, or the dogs look like their owners. So I guess we look alike, me and my dog. People always say that I look like, because of the blue eyes, like a husky. So we'll go with that. And also, when I was a kid, I was a husky in the way that I had to wear, the elastic waistband pants because I was too fat to get any of the regular Catholic school pants. My mom only got me husky clothes from Land's End. So, it's a hard question because it depends on the project, or really, to be honest with you, I think that the coolest thing to do would be to take this project back in time and to be able to tour with a band like Sisters of Mercy or Lords of the New Church, and to see what that audience would have thought of the Andy Black project. So probably something like that. Oh, geez. To duet with. Such a morbid question. I'll go Stiv Baters. It would be interesting. It would be terrible, but it'd be interesting. I've not tried Polish food because I was afraid of the Polish food that I was given the last time I was in Poland, but it's not because Polish food is terrible. I have Polish ancestry. The beer sack side is German and Polish and whatever other some Eastern European stuff, but I've not. I don't know that I've given it a fair shake. So next time I'm there, whenever I'm in Warsaw, I've had pizza in Warsaw, so that was terrible, but it doesn't mean that the actual Polish food is bad. I look forward to you know what? I will say there's a caveat. I've had a good meal in Poland, but I think it was like a pretzel or something. I don't know. I don't know if that's Polish food. We don't have